Good morning, student. Welcome to the lecture of Operation Research. In the last lecture, we have seen the arithmetic method of solving 2 by 2 games without saddle point. Okay. Previously, we have seen linear programming problem method for solving the rectangular games. Now, this is specially for the 2 by 2 games only, which do not have saddle point. Do not have saddle points means the strategies played by both the players are not the pure strategies. This will be a case of mixed strategies. That is, every player can play all the strategies with some probabilities. Okay. The theorem we have seen on this is for a zero-sum two-person game where optimal strategies are not pure strategies. If this is the payoff matrix, then the optimal strategies x1, x2, that is probabilities. These two are what x1, x2 are exactly? These two are the probabilities of player A playing both the activities 1 and 2, right? Similarly, y1, y2 are the probabilities of player B playing the activities 1 and 2 respectively. Now here in this theorem, we were giving direct values of x1 and x2 with this relation. x1 by x2 equal to this, y1 by y2, and similarly we have found the value of a game. Means no need to use any other methodologies for this. Directly one can use the formulas and one can write the values of the probabilities and the values of the game as well. For this, we have started with finding the expected gain of a player A. No doubt we were writing first with respect to player A. We were writing first with respect to player A. If x1, x2 are the probabilities of the player A playing both the activities, we know the fact as these two are the probabilities, sum of the probabilities is equals to 1, and no doubt both the probabilities are non-negative. Then we have selected expected gain of player A. If B chooses first strategy, we have written this. If B chooses second, we have written this. Now, no doubt we are going to select the minimum of this, no? Minimum expected gain. If it is minimum, then max min value is equal to value of a gain. Therefore, what this minimum gain is going to satisfy, this expected gain will satisfy E1 of x is greater equal by V, E2 of x is greater equal by. Right now, because we were going to select minimum among the two. And if it is minimum, both the values are greater equal by the value of a gain. Then for exact optimal strategies, these equations, whatever we have written greater equal by V becomes exactly equals to V. And therefore, we have three equations with us in two variables. One can solve it very easily and we will obtain the value of both the variables. This is the value of x2 we have obtained initially. Then we have obtained x1 as well. Similarly, one can find out the value of V also. Right? So, these are the value of x1, x2 and V we have obtained. Similarly, with a similar argument, let us write for the player B. For player B, what we were writing? We were finding maximum loss. Therefore, first we will write expected loss if A plays first strategy. This is the loss to a player B if A plays, yes, students. Where B plays first strategy. Is it okay? So first we were finding the expected losses of the player B. If expected losses are this, actually we were finding maximum on this. If I want to find the maximum, max value is equals to value of gain, we know. Therefore, what about this value? This is maximum, whatever is the maximum among this must be less. Maximum among this must be equal to V. Therefore, if maximum among this is equal to V, therefore both the values E1y, E2y must be less than or equals to V. Therefore, again we have obtained three equations. Again, solving on the parallel lines, we have obtained the values of y1, y2 and V. Okay, and this is what a shortcut method I told you, because sometimes it is difficult for us to remember all those formulas. So what this method tells us, find the difference of two numbers in column 1, put it under column 2, neglecting negative sign. Why we were neglecting negative sign? Because this is actually finding the probability. Probabilities are never negative. Therefore, we were neglecting the negative sign. Similarly, we were finding the difference of two numbers in column 2, put it under column 1. Repeat the process for rows also. These values are called oddments. Actually, I told you with one example, but let me discuss again with few examples in order to understand clearly. That let me solve. Let me give a question solved by arithmetic method. Solved by arithmetic method. Okay. Let me write one example of solving by arithmetic method, and the payoff matrix is given as A, and this is 5, 1, 3, and 4. Okay, this is the payoff matrix. No doubt this is a 2 by 2 game where A has two strategies, B has two strategies. This will be a payoff matrix of order 2 by 2, no doubt. Okay, now before going to write it, let me write the formulas. Actually, we were not going to write by the formula, we were going to write it by the trick, but still let me write. This is V22 minus V21 divided by, it is divided by V11 minus V12 added with V22 minus V21. This is x1. What for x2? x2 is V11 minus V12 divided by denominator is same. And what about the value of a game? Value of game is V11, V22 minus V12, V21 divided by same denominator. In book, it was written with a different format. This is I am writing just for the sake of understanding the result. Therefore, if you check the denominator, let us think of for the denominator first. What is this denominator? 1 minus 1 2. 1 minus 1 2 means it will be the difference of first two elements. Correct, no? And what for 2 2 and 2 1? 2 2 and 2 1 are the second row elements, and this will be the difference of second row elements. Correct, no? This will be a difference of second row elements. If we write similarly for y1 y2, this will be a difference. Y1 will be a difference of second column. Second, y1 will be numerator of y1 will be difference of second column. Numerator of y2 will be difference of first column. Let me explain with respect to A only first. Right. Now, what for the numerator of x1? Numerator of x1 is a difference of, yes, is a difference of V22 and V21, that is second row elements. What for x2? Numerator of x2 is a difference of first row element. That's why the method we were following is make a difference of first row elements, put it under second column. Make a difference of second row elements and put it under column 1. And same we were repeating for the columns as well. This is what I told you for rows to find x1 and x2. Right? If I write y1, y2, let me write y1, y2 as well. What is y1? V22 minus V12 divided by V11 minus V12 added with V22 minus V21. And what for y2? For y2 we have V11 minus V21 upon same denominator. Is it okay? Therefore, if we observe the numerator of y1 is 2 2 minus 1 2. 2 2 minus 1 2 means what? These are second column element.
Second column difference.
Right. Second column difference. What for numerator of y2? 1 1 minus 2 1 means it is the difference of first column element. That's why we were finding difference of first column elements. We are putting it under second column. Difference of second column elements and putting it under the first column. Okay. And what for the value of a game? Value of game is having the same value. 1 1 2 2 minus 1 2 2 1. Value of game is same in both the cases. But if I want to find the value of game, what should I prefer? First, we have to make the multiplication diagonally. 1 1 into 2 2, right? Subtracted with multiplication like this. As of we were finding the value of this determinant, right? No? As of we were finding the value of this determinant. Correct, na?
Yes, ma'am.
And again the denominator is same. Okay? This is what we have derived in the last lecture. Now let me solve the example actually. Okay? Let me solve the example actually. Let me write the payoff matrix. This is B, it is A, and the elements are 5, 1, 3, 4. Okay. Now what the operation we were going to make? We were going to find out the difference of first row, putting it under second row. Similarly for column, neglecting the negative signs. Okay, whatever the negative signs will occur, we are going to neglect. Therefore, let me find the difference of first row elements. What is the difference of first row elements? 5 minus 1, is it 4? Let me put it under second row. Okay, difference of second row elements, 3 minus 4. Minus 1 actually, but neglecting the negative, it is 1. Okay, let us follow for column because we want to find out the values. If it is asked to find out the values of 5 and 1. Actually here it is asked to solve only. With respect to A or B, it was not written, therefore one can find out both the values. Therefore let me find the difference of first column elements and let me put it under second column. Okay, 5 minus 3, it's 2. 2, let me put it under column 2. 1 minus 4, difference of second column, it's minus 3. Neglecting negative, it is 3. Let me put it under here. First column. Is that okay? Okay. And what for the denominator of x1? This is sum of first difference of first row element and second row element, right? Now this is sum of difference of, this is the difference of first row element, this is the difference of second row element. But we have to, whatever this values we have found, we have to just add up as a numerator, as the denominator. We have to just add these values as the denominator for x1 and x2. Okay. Therefore, what is my x1? Let me write. Optimal strategies are. What is x1? X1 is whatever, here actually it should be x1. No? Here it is x1. Here it is x2. This is y1. This is y2. Right? Now, for what for x1? Here the number is 1. Therefore, we will write 1 upon. Okay. What is the denominator? Denominator is addition of difference of both row elements. Therefore, this is 1 plus 4. Is everyone getting me? Denominator is addition of difference of both row elements. Okay. Therefore, this is I am doing an addition simply. Therefore, the value of x1 we were getting is 1 by 5. What for x2? X2
4 by
yes, it is 4 divided by 1 plus 4. This is 1 by 5. This is 1 by 5. How will you find out the value of a game? Yes?
4 by 5, ma'am.
What 4 by? Oh, sorry. 4 by 5. What for value of a game? For value of game, again, denominator is as usual as that of x1 and x2. Only we have to find out the numerator. And what is numerator? This diagonal entry minus this diagonal entry. As of we were finding the determinant of this matrix. Correct, no?
17.
Yes, it is 17.
17 upon 5.
Yes, this is 5 into 4, 20 minus 3 into 1. 3, 20 minus 3. Okay, and denominator is no doubt again 1 plus 4. Therefore, the value we will get is 17 by 5. This is with respect to player A. And one can find out with respect to player B as well. What is y1? Y1 will be, what is the ratio, what is the ornament we have found with respect to y1? This is 3. 3 upon addition of these. 3 by 5. What for y2?
2 by 5.
2 by 5. And what is the value of a game with respect to A? It has to be same, no?
Yes, ma'am.
17 by 5. Therefore, you have to just check with respect to which player it was asked. And accordingly, you have to find out the values. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me do one more example. Then we will go for the next one. Okay, let me write the matrix B, A, and no doubt 2 by 2 matrix only. 6, minus 3, 3, minus 3, 0. Okay, then let me write the probabilities. Here it is the probabilities are x1, x2. Here are the probabilities say y1, y2. Okay, let me do it in that example itself, right? So for what we will do, we will find out the difference of row and column and we will put it in the opposite row. Now what is the difference of first row element? 6 minus of minus 3. 9, no? Right? What is the difference? Minus 3 minus 0? Minus 3. But neglecting negative, this is plus 3. Neglecting negative, this is plus 3. Let us write only for the player A. Therefore, no need to go for the column wise. With respect to player A, we were writing. Player A. Optimal strategies are. Yes, what is the optimal strategies for that player A? That is the values of probabilities. X1. What is the value of X1? X1 is having the 3 as an augment, no? Therefore, this is 3 upon sum of these two. 3 plus 9. How much is the value? 3 by 12. Therefore, in terms of probabilities, you are going to write this is 1 by 4. Okay? What for X2? This is 9 upon 9 plus 3, no? 9 upon 3 plus 9. So this is 9 by 12 and this is 3 by 4. After finding your answer, you have to cross check whether x1 plus x2 is 1 or not. It has to be 1, no? Sum of probabilities must be equal to 1, right? And lastly, let us find the value of a game. What is the value of a game? Let us follow the value of a determinant first. What is the determinant value? 6 into 0, 0, minus 3 into minus 3. 9. Means it is minus 9, no? Minus 9 upon 3 plus 9. Therefore, this is minus 9 upon 12. Therefore, minus 3 by 4. Is that okay? It's very simple trick actually. And this trick was just derived from these formulas. Right? Okay? This may
Yes,
be a
ma'am.
question for your objective as well. Find optimal strategies. It was not mentioned that solved by arithmetic. Correct, na? It was just, it can be asked like this. Okay? Any difficulty in the examples? If you have, you can ask. Or here one can solve for player A as well. Let us solve for player A also. No need actually, it was asked with respect to player A only. If I wanted to write for player B, what we should do actually then, we have to go for column wise, na? What is the difference of column 1, 6 minus of minus 3? It's 9, let me put it here. Minus 3, minus 0, minus 3, like neglecting negative this thing. Means the values are same again. What is y1? 3 upon 3 plus 9. 1 by 4. y2 is same. 3 by 4. What do you guess for the value of a game? Same? This is the value of a game. Okay, therefore you have to take care. You have to see very seriously with respect to which player the question is. Okay? You may solve some 2-3 examples I will give you here for the homework. Now let me go for the next property, next rule of solving the games without staggered points. This is called as principle of dominance. What the word dominance tells us? Yes? What is dominance? Someone dominate? Marathi Sangha, what is dominate?
Some priority.
Yes, priority. To suppress someone, na? If suppose some students were dominating some others, they were suppressing the students, na? Right? This is called dominance. Now here we were going to find, or one can say superiority, inferiority, na? This is a strategy in human beings mostly. Some human beings were thinking that they were superior to someone. Okay, therefore the human being or the man or the person who is feeling superior to himself or herself, he or she is going to dominate the other person due to superiority. And the superiority characteristics may be in any aspect. This may be in looks, this may be in money, this may be in other things, family, job, anything, right? But this dominance tells us, now we were going to use this dominance to reduce the size of a game. Why we were going to reduce the size of a game? Because we have seen to solve the games with the saddle point is an easier job. But for the games without saddle point, it makes somewhat not impossible, rather it's something difficult. Arithmetic method, as of we have seen just now for solving the 2 by 2 games. But this we cannot apply to the games of higher order. Okay. And if I want to go with LPP, for LPP also what one has to do, if it is with 3-4 strategies, it is okay. If it is with 10 strategies each of both the person, then what kind of LPP will be constructed? The payoff matrix is of order 10 by 10. In those cases, it will be somewhat difficult to use this previous method. Now, we will use this dominance property to reduce the size of a game, to reduce the size of a payoff matrix. Once we reduce the size of a payoff matrix, we can use the methods which we have studied till now. Okay. Now, in order to reduce by dominance property, we were going to define inferior and superior strategies. Inferior and superior strategies. The definition is very easy. Inferior and superior strategies. Okay. Suppose we were there in a general M by N rectangular game. Therefore, a player A has M activities or N strategies. That of player B has N strategies in hand. Okay, these are. Therefore, if I want to write the optimal strategies of the player A, optimal strategies of the player A, then what will be the optimal strategy? Optimal strategy. These are the probabilities x1 to xn. Right now, what for the optimal strategy of B? These are the probabilities y1, y2 to yn. And what will be the payoff matrix? Is of this type. Say V11, V122, V1n, V21, V222, V2n, Vm1, Vm2, Vmn. Therefore, these are the strategies by player A, first, second, and what this is? Mth, no? Mth strategy, right? These are the strategies played by the player A. Now, what we were going to write, suppose I am going to consider the strategies as one vector. Suppose I am going to write every row as a vector. Let me time being write down with a simple notation, say A1 to AN. And let me write some other row to be B1 to Bn. Okay. Now we are going to define a relation of inferior and superior. Now inferior and superior relation is defined by comparing every coordinate of both the vectors. That is, we were going to have a comparison between AI and BI. Okay. Now, if AI is greater equal by bi. Ai, if every coordinate of a vector A is greater equal by every coordinate of vector B, then we were going to say this strategy is superior to strategy B. This, let me write as A. This strategy A is superior to this strategy B or this vector B. Or one can say this vector B is inferior. This strategy B is inferior to the strategy A. Okay, are you getting me? If every coordinate of AI is greater or equal by the coordinate, every coordinate BI, then A is said to be superior strategy than B. A is said to be superior strategy than B. Now, one can say the either A dominates B or B dominates A according to the requirement. Okay, suppose I wanted to find out the minimum among these two. Then which one will be the minimum? Bi gives me the minimum, no? Correct, no? That's why Ai will be dominated. That is, Ai will be suppressed. Ai will be deleted, one can say. Okay. And if we want maximum, then Bi will be dominated. That is, Bi will be suppressed or Bi will be deleted. Therefore, according to the requirement, whether A is to be suppressed or dominated or B is to be dominated will be decided. Correct, na? Are you getting me? Whether this definition is clear, superior and inferior.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In this case, we were saying strategy A is superior to strategy B or strategy B is inferior to strategy A. Okay. Therefore, what dominance I am going to write? All these textbook definitions are already there. Therefore, I am not going to write everything. Okay. Therefore, what dominance is? An n-tuple vector, say A equals to A1, A2, An is said to be or is said to dominate n-tuple B equal to B1, B2, Bn if Ai greater or equal by Bi for all I. Okay. So superior strategies are going to dominate. Superior strategies are going to dominate the inferior strategies. Okay. Superior strategies are going to dominate the inferior strategies. Therefore, now what we were going to study is we were going to study dominance property. There are two properties actually. First, we will go for dominance property. Then we will go for its generalized dominance. Then we will go for generalized dominance. Okay. Then first let me write this here. Okay. Let A equal to Vij be the payoff matrix of M by N rectangular game. M by N rectangular game. If ith row of A is dominated by rth row of A. See what I am writing? Ith row is dominated by rth row. That is, rth row is superior to ith row. Then deletion of ith row of A does not change optimal strategies of A. optimal strategies for the row player. Row player means it is player A. Is that okay? This is matrix A, this is matrix player A. Don't get confused. So let's change the notation for the matrix. Let me write matrix. Matrix has some C. Ith row of C is dominated by rth row of C. Then deletion of ith row of C does not change the optimal strategies for row player. Okay. Similarly, or further, if jth column of C dominates, jth column of C dominates kth column of C, then deletion of jth column of C does not change optimal strategies for column player. Column player means B player, no? Correct, na? This is what the dominance property is. Okay. What dominance says? Ith row is dominated by rth row. That is, rth row is superior. Then we can delete the inferior row. Then deletion of inferior row does not change the optimal strategies for the player A. Therefore, which row we have deleted? Yes, inferior row. Correct, na? Inferior row we have deleted. In case of column, what we were writing? If jth column of C dominates kth column, that is J is superior. This is superior and this is inferior. Then which one we were deleting? Jth column we were deleting. That is superior column is deleted. Superior column is deleted, or deleting of that superior column does not change the optimal strategies. Inferior row is deleted and superior column is deleted. Let me explain you why. Because there may be a question in your mind now, why this is so, right? Let us write the optimal strategies here. This is 1, 2, 4 and 9. Okay, what player A is going to do? Player A is going to minimize the maximize the minimum expected gain. Player A wants to maximize his minimum expected. That is, first he will find out minimum expected gain. Minimum expected gain. And if we were finding row wise, na? Sorry, we were finding column wise. I think this should not. This may create a confusion to you. Let me just drop this part. Okay, what we were discussing? We were going to delete inferior row and we were going to delete superior column. Deleting means what? We were just going to substitute the corresponding probability value to be 0. Corresponding probability value to 0. Is that okay? Inferior row we were deleting, superior column we were deleting. Okay, and let me write a generalized dominance as well. I'll just erase this. So this may create a confusion to you. Now let me write one more generalized dominance as well. Generalized dominance. Now in this dominance property, what we have written? whatever the row, whatever the corresponding two rows we were opting, we were going to find inferior superior, and we were just deleting inferior row, and whatever inferior superior columns we were finding, we were going to just delete the superior columns. But in generalized dominance property, if suppose there are no rows and columns which are actually dominating one another, then in that case we were finding the average of two or more rows or columns, and then whatever is the average we have obtained, we were going to obtain, we were going to compare it with the row, and if the row is dominated by the corresponding average, then the inferior row is deleted. Similarly, we are going to repeat it for the column. Okay. Therefore, here let me write the statement. Let C equals to Bij be the payoff matrix, be the payoff matrix of m by n rectangular games, m by n rectangular games, if ith row of A is strictly dominated by a convex combination. See the word here it is. A convex combination of other rows of A. Oh sorry, other C I want to write now. Other rows of C. Then the deletion of the ith row does not change or does not affect the optimal strategies for row play. That is player A. Okay. Therefore, here what the statement says, if ith row is dominated by convex combination of other rows, then also we can delete this ith row. Similarly, we can write it for the column. If I will give one example to the property so that the idea will be very clear. If jth column of C strictly dominates a convex combination of other columns, then deletion of jth column of C does not affect optimal strategies for column play. What is column play? B. Okay. First dominant property is inferior row should be deleted, superior column should be deleted. If exactly we were not getting the superior inferior relation between the rows, then if ith row is dominated by convex combination of other rows, then also we can delete ith row. Similarly, if jth column dominates, that is this jth is superior to the convex combination of other columns, then also we can delete this superior jth column. Okay. So what you have to remember is you have to delete inferior row and you have to delete superior column. Let us take one example to understand this. Example. Example number 1 we will take. Okay, and this is actually with player A having 3 strategies 1, 2 and 3. Okay, player A has again 3 strategies 1, 2 and 3. The entries are -4, 6, 3, -3, -3, 4, 2, -3 and 4. Now here we will look at rows and columns. What is in our mind? We have to delete inferior row and superior column. This is for player A and this is for player B. Delete. Okay. Now first we will check for columns if any have idea. Yes, compare these columns. -4, -3, 2, 6, -3, -3, 3, 4, 4. Here the entries are all positive. Therefore, we will check whether it is going to dominate some other column. Whether it dominates second column, no, because 6 is not less than or equals to 3. Whether it dominates first, whether 3 column is superior than 1, -4 less equal 3, -3, 2 less equal by 4. Okay, therefore here I can say third column is superior to first column, no? Therefore third column is superior column. Third column is superior, therefore according to the dominance property, we can delete this third column. Let me write the new matrix. Therefore, we have only 2 columns in our hand with respect to player B, and the entries are -4, -3, 2, 6, -3, -6. Now, whether any relation about the columns, whether any other one column is dominating other? No, it is not, because here we have one positive, therefore this is not going. Here also we have one positive, therefore this is not dominated by second. Now we will go for checking with rows. Check for the rows and tell me whether any row is going to dominate other. Let us check first and second. What for first and second? Whether first is superior to second? No, because -4, -3, if I compare, this is -3 is bigger than -4. Not going. What for 2, 3? If I compare second row and third row, what is the comparison? These two entries are same, but 2 is greater equal by -3. Therefore, may I say third row is superior to second row? Third row is superior to second row. Therefore, which is superior, which is inferior? This is superior. This row is inferior, no? And which one we are going to delete? Inferior row we are going to delete. Therefore, let me delete this second row and let me write a new matrix. Second I am going to delete. No? This is 1, 3. This is 1, 2. And we remain with -4, 6, 2 and -3. Therefore, by using this dominance property, we have reduced the 3 by 3 payoff matrix to 2 by 2. And once it reduces to 2 by 2, it is very easy for us to solve by arithmetic method. Right now, how can we solve by arithmetic method now? Yes? How can you solve by arithmetic method? Make a difference of first row, put it under second row. Okay? What is the difference of first row? -4, -6. This is -10. Neglecting negative, this is 10 here. Second row element, 2 minus -3, 5. Here I am going to write it under first row. Let me do it for the columns as well. -4, -2, -6, neglecting negative, this is +6. 6 minus -3, 9. Therefore, here is the entry 9. Now, then what are the optimal strategies of A? X1, X2, we have to find. Na? What are these probabilities? X1 and X3 actually, right? No? And what for X2? We have deleted that row or deleted that column means what? We are just keeping that probability at 0. Here this second row we have deleted. Therefore the corresponding probability value x2 is 0. Here we have deleted third column. Therefore the corresponding probability value y3 we are going to substitute 0. Is that clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Therefore what is the solution? Optimal strategies of player A I will write. Optimal strategies of player A. What are the optimal strategies of player A? X1. You have to tell me the values now.
1/3.
Yes?
1/3.
Yes, it is. 5/15, that is 1/3.
1/3.
What for X2? X2, 0.
2/2/3.
X2 is 0, no? Because there is no X2 here. X3 it is there, no?
Yes, ma'am.
For X3 it
2/3.
is 10/15, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it is 2/15. These are the optimal strategies of player A. What are the optimal strategies of player B? Y1. Optimal strategies of the player A, Y1. Y1 is 9/9 plus 6, right? 9/9 plus 6 means 9/15, that is 3/5. What for Y2?
2/5.
Yes, it is 6/9 plus 6. That is 6/15. This is 2/5. And what for Y3?
0.
0. Because we have deleted that third column. Is that okay? What is the value of a game? Third point. How we were finding the value of a game actually? Finding the determinant value, na? Determinant value -4 into -3 plus 12 minus 12. 0?
Yes, ma'am.
This is plus 12 minus 12 upon 15, which is 0. So the game is fair game, na? There is no loss, no profit to any player. Whenever the value of game is 0, we were saying the game is fair. Okay, understood dominance?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let us take one more example to understand dominance. Then I will explain that generalized property also. One more example. Let me write the entries 172, 627, 526. Which row column you are feeling dominated? Superior, inferior?
Third row is superior to the first column. Third column is superior to the first column.
It's very noise actually. Third column is? Yeah, third column is?
Third column is superior to the first column, ma'am.
Yes, third column is superior to first. Third column is superior to first. Right now? Superior to fourth. That is third dominates. Let me write in other word. Third column dominates. First column, right now? What should I delete? First or third?
Third, ma'am.
Third I have to delete. Okay. This I am going to draw. Now this is the payoff. Right? Now check the entries again. Now there is no chance in columns. Come to the rows now. Correct, na? Come to rows. 5217, no. 1672, no. What for second row and third row? These two entries are same, 6 and 5. Therefore, may I say second row is superior to third. Correct? Na?
Yes, ma'am.
Second row is superior to third row. That is second row dominates third row. Okay, therefore which should I delete?
Third row.
Delete third row. Here, delete third column. Okay, let me delete this also. Now what we remains with? 2 by 2 again. Therefore, what is my new matrix? Reduced matrix, one can say. One, 7, 6. Now it is 2 by 2. Let us solve by arithmetic method. We'll find the difference. First row 1 minus 7 minus 6. Neglecting negative, this is 6. Return to the end of second row. 6 minus 2, 4. Here I am going to write 1 minus 6 minus 5. Neglecting negative, this is plus 5. 7 minus 2, this is also plus 5. And what are the optimal strategies of player A? X1 is 4 upon. This is X1, this is X2, here it is Y1 and Y2. X1 is 4 upon 4 plus 6, na? It is 4 upon 10. 2 by 5. What for X2? 6 upon
3
10.
by
3 by 5. And what for X3?
0.
0. Next, optimal strategies of B. Y1. 5 upon 5 plus 5. That is 5 upon 10. 1 by 2. What for Y2?
1 by 2.
1 by 2. What for Y3? 0. Third column also we have deleted. Na? And what is one left again?
Minus 4.
Yeah, this is 2. 2 minus 6 7 is 42. 2 minus 42 upon 10. Right now? This is minus 40 by 10. This is minus 4. Is that okay? Dominance. Okay, now let me explain that generalized property. What the generalized property says? Here both the examples we have seen by the dominance property itself. Dominance means directly if one row is going to dominate other, we were deleting inferior row. If column dominates other, we were deleting superior column. But in generalized dominance property, it was told us that if ith row is dominated by the convex combination of other rows, then also ith row is deleted, that is inferior. And if jth column dominates the convex combination of other columns, okay, then the superior column is again deleted. So let me just take one example to explain this dominance. Okay, this dominance, let me explain by taking 1, 2, 3. Player B has 1, 2, 3. Entries are 502 minus 1, 8, 6, 1, 2, 3. These are the entries. Whether any column, row, superior, inferior. Okay. Now what we will do? We will find out the average of first and second row. First and second row. We will find the average. What is the average? Average means addition and divided by 2. No? So what are the entries? Check. 5 minus 1 upon 2. 0 plus 8 upon 2. 2 plus 6 upon 2. Right? So the entry will be, yes, 2, 4, 4. Right? Now the entry is 2, 4. That is, convex combination of these two rows gives me 2, 4, 4. But if I compare this 2, 4, 4 with the third row, okay, this is the convex combination. That is average of first and second row, which is 2, 4, 4. Here let me write 2, 4, 4. And if I compare this 2, 4, 4 with 1, 2, 3, therefore may I say third row is dominated by this convex combination. Correct, na? Third row is dominated by convex combination. What is the convex combination I have taken? Average. Convex combination of first and second row. First and second row. If it is convex combination of first and second row, therefore this row is inferior. Na? Therefore, third row can be deleted. What is the new payoff matrix? 502 minus 186. Understood? This was actually a case. This is the way also we can dominate the other rows and columns. Okay, and then anyhow we have to stretch it to 2 by 2 matrix, or you can stretch it to, you can solve it by arithmetic method, or you can solve it by linear programming problem method as well. Inferior row and superior column. This you have to keep in mind. Delete inferior row, delete superior column. Correct, na? Why we were deleting inferior row? Actually, because finally, lastly, A want to find is maximum of minimum expected gain. Na? Therefore, the row whichever is inferior is not going to give us the maximum value of the gain. Right? No? The player A want to maximize his minimum expected gain. Therefore, whatever is the inferior row is anyhow at any value of x1 and x2 is not going to give us the maximum. That's why we were deleting the inferior row. Try to understand this fact. If these are the rows 1, 2, 3, 4. Clearly, first row is inferior to second. Then, if maximum expected gain is to be calculated, then this row is not going to give us the maximum anyhow, because these entries are lesser by these entries. That's why we were relating inferior and superior column. This is a hint you can remember. Okay. Any doubt in the dominance property? Actually, whatever the two properties we have written, dominance and generalized dominance, both is having the proof, but it is not for our syllabus. This is only rule we have to study, generalized from the rule property. Therefore, I told you the rule and the example to solve this by rule of dominance. If you have any difficulty in the rule of dominance, you can just ask me. Unmute yourself and ask me. Yes, students, if you have the difficulties.
No, ma'am.
Okay, let us stop then. Thank you for being with me for this lecture. In the next lecture, we will study the last method of our game theory, that is graphical method. Thank you for being with me with this today's lecture. Thank you.